Hello everyone, it's Nick here. We're on the Atari 2600 and we're looking at a Pac-Man clone with an alien skin on it, so that's interesting, isn't it? This one's called Alien, published by Fox Interactive in 1982 and based on the Pac-Man game from 1980 from NAMCO, but instead of collecting power pills, you are collecting eggs, it says here. There's 3 aliens going around the maze which will replace the ghosts. My mummy told me there were no monsters, but there are 3 of them. A pink one, a yellow one and another one. Now, that power pill there makes the aliens go blue and we could kill them. So as soon as we've got all these pellets, we're going on to the next maze and I think also a mini game. Right, so that's killed that alien there. Just like the Alien film, directed by Ridley Scott in 1979, when you hit a power pill, you can just bump into an acid evil alien and they die, right? Yes? No? Instead of the fruit that you get on the normal maze of Pac-Man, bits of spaceships will turn up. You do have as well a flamethrower to try and make the aliens go in the opposite direction, because these killer aliens are scared of fire, aren't they? We all know this. So that's essentially it, as you control your stickman to survive as long as you possibly can. I do like this game straight away. There's the flamethrower there. It doesn't scare them for too long. Oh no, they're getting a bit close. Right, that scared him away. So, collect alien eggs, collect power pills, collect bits of spaceship for bonus points, survive as long as you possibly can. So when Ridley Scott directed Alien in 1979, and when that alien burst out of John Hurt's chest, I don't think they had Pac-Man in mind, but here you go, here it is. And this is quite good fun for what it is. It makes me want Pac-Man to have other skins on it, really, too. Good, right, we're almost there. Oh, it's 2 pills left. I was worried I wouldn't be able to do any. Now, I think this game does have a sequel, which we might come to. Now, here's the mini game. We need to get right up the top there by avoiding all these aliens, and all we've got is, well, up and down, really. So it's a little bit like Frogger. Up's up 1. Oh, I've died somehow, so that was no good. Back to the maze, and it looks like it's exactly the same as before, so there's no variance there, so that's quite poor. But yeah, and the power pills are turning up at the same time as well, randomly generating. So although it is repetitive, because of the retroness about it, I'm quite enjoying it. 1982, so don't come too much earlier than this. This wouldn't have been in the arcades, I don't think. Alien, did you have this one back in the day? Let me know. I'm a big fan of anything Alien. So, we've reviewed Alien Isolation on the PlayStation 3, and now completely the other side of it, Alien, on the Atari 2600. A few Alien games we reviewed. I think Alien 3 on the Commodore Amiga. Maybe we should have a roundup at those at some point. But it's one of my favourite movie franchises of all time. I even like Prometheus, but I don't like Alien Covenant. Now, it's the first Alien film I haven't liked, which is a bit of a worry. Yeah, it was a bit of a cut and shut, that film, trying to use elements of other films, but Prometheus had set up the character of Shaw really, really well, and then they completely ditched it. A bit like the bodge up where in Star Wars, The Force Awakens has set up the scene quite well, and it was completely bodged or mashed up with The Last Jedi, but maybe that's a set thing they're going for nowadays. Right, get out of the way, you. Good. This flamethrower does make it a little bit more easier than normal Pac-Man. If there was a Ghostbusters Pac-Man where you can just deter the ghosts from getting you with a nuclear power pack thing, then that would make it a whole lot easier. Always going to be 3 ghosts, never more than that. And do they look like the alien from the film Alien? No. There was only 1 alien in that film. Aliens there were more. Maybe in Aliens they took this as an idea. What do you think? Right, there's a bit of a spaceship there in yellow. Let's get that for bonus points. Boom. Your flamethrower never runs out, so you've always got that. But sometimes you can only deter them for so long. If you bump into the alien, you still die. But they all go blue. They regenerate soon afterwards. So if you're into Pac-Man and want a different skin on it, want a different challenge, you would love this game. We still need to review Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. I'm told it's not very good, so maybe we'll do it next or in a couple of games' time. But yes, I mean, this moves fast. It's quite basic gameplay. A kid would have got how to work it quite quickly. And if I had this back in the day, I think I would have enjoyed it quite a lot. would have spent quite a lot of time on it. What I would say about these Atari 2600 games, every one I've played so far are instantly playable. They're basic for sure, but 8-bit glory, and I love it. It's from a great era. Not sure about this stage, if I can work out how to do this. If you had this a lot back in the day, how do you do this bit? I can't seem to do left and right, it's just up. Maybe like there's a hidden maze you need to negotiate. Yeah, so that's not good. Would like the maze to change colours every now and again. No real reason for them to be blue all the time. That would have given the child a more sense that they're going forward, or at least a maze number on the screen. It's always the same maze, so you're essentially going around in circles the whole time. No different mazes, they're always the same maze. So if you've done it once, you've done it a million times, but I think, unless it's my imagination, the ghosts do seem to be getting... Oh, they're not ghosts either. The aliens are getting gradually quicker through each time. Power pills are quite generous, they do turn up a lot. Oh, and it controls really well, so it's instantly, as soon as you hit left or right or up and down, the stickman would do it immediately. So, you know, and that's what all good playability is, good controls, nice speed, no blurring, brilliant. Oops, oh no, I lost a life there. I thought the alien was blue, but he wasn't. Yes. What's your favourite Alien film? For me, it's still the first one, narrowly beating the second one. Third one I thought was interesting. Resurrection I quite liked, but even not in the league of the classic films of the other two. Covenant was awful, but Prometheus I quite like that one. I thought this is going to be a good reboot. It split the crowd. A lot of people didn't like Prometheus because you didn't see the alien that much. But yeah. And now Ridley Scott, I'm hearing, is thinking of doing an alien film where he doesn't actually have the alien in it. It focuses on AI. Now that's a mistake. It's a bit like doing a Jaws remake without the shark. I mean, that's the whole point of it. But the problem is nowadays everyone knows what the alien looks like, and a lot of it before those first two films was the suspense of it. Moviegoers now don't like suspense. They seem to want action straight away, like a Marvel film or something. You know, the films I sort of like from the late 70s have a very slow build-up, and those people don't want that anymore. Yeah, I don't know. A bit like reading a book, I suppose. Right, I think we might have one last go on this to show our silky skills. Right, off we go. Eggs flashing away. Let's get all of them. We must destroy them all, otherwise they'll hatch into aliens. Well, no, maybe not in this game. But essentially they're just power pills still, aren't they? Let's take a few more risks this time. You never get that in the film, would you? Someone actually chasing the alien and then killing them. Because they've got acid for blood. They can leak through several floors of the ship and destroy your pen. As soon as I've recorded this, I think I might watch the film Alien again. It's probably the film I've watched the most, closely followed by Star Wars: A New Hope. But my favourite film of all time probably is Alien, to be honest. I just like the 70s feel of it, the suspense of it, and, you know, the effects. No CGI back then, of course, and although one of the effects in particular is terrible when the alien's hanging out the spaceship. It does seem a lot more overall when they use models there. Good. Right, that's not good. I got killed by an alien. Had my throat ripped out, which is never a good start to the day, is it? Come on, Stickman. We don't know if this is Ripley. It doesn't look like Ripley. It's some other Marine. Maybe it's Hicks. Don't know. It could be Vasquez. Vasquez, but they're all in Aliens, not Alien. Yeah. I don't think I dreamt there was a sequel of this. I'll have to have a look at it, but it can't be too much different, can it? Bit like the difference between, I suppose, Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man. Cloned so many times. A good Spectrum clone is, well, I'm a bit biased really with my retro goggles on, is Horace, Hungry Horace on the ZX Spectrum. I like. Also come out on the Commodore 64, but its home really is the ZX Spectrum. What's your favourite Pac-Man clone on any system? I chuck that out to you. This might be the first time you're seeing this particular one, but we've all got our favourites, the one we grew up with. There was Pac-Man by Atari Soft on the ZX Spectrum as well. Lots of other basic ones coded in on the Spectrum. Atari 2600 wasn't as accessible to program stuff in. Right, Alien. But we've seen all the gameplay there is to see here. There's not too much more you can potentially add to it. This will be my very last go. I'm only playing it this long because I've got addicted to it straight away. I just love the sounds this thing's producing. Classic early 80s retro sounds. Nothing like the film at all, but they borrowed that license and hooray. Maybe there could be a Superman Pac-Man where he's collecting... Well, he can't collect kryptonite, could he? That'd be game over. Yeah. Or Batman going around, the ghosts are the Joker, the Riddler and the Penguin. That might work. And he's collecting pellets from Gotham City. If you're an individual coder, maybe look at that. You might not be able to call it Batman because of licensing issues. You might have to call it Batbloke. There you go. You can think all the other ideas yourself. Batbloke. Not to be confused with Fat Bloke, of course. Right, I don't think we're ever going to work this bit out. Yes, eaten by aliens. Aliens going back and forward like Frogger. That's very like Aliens, I suppose, when they went through the ceiling. 10 metres, 5 metres, 2 metres. That's in the goddamn room. Oh no, they must be up there. And they were. Vasquez, you ever been mistaken for a man? No. Have you? Excellent, excellent films. Excellent. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, Stickman. Now, whenever I review an Atari 2600 game in particular, quite often people that have owned the system will tell me to review about 3 or 4 other games. I like that, and every time you do, I will add them down. If I can track them down, I will have a look at them eventually. But I have to say, I hate to admit this, I'm having the most fun reviewing these Atari 2600 than any other system at the moment. I think it's because it's hit my my classic era growing up, early 80s. I just love the whole feel of it. It's brilliant. I'm in heaven, I am. Until I get chomped by an alien and all that sort of stuff, I suppose. Whoops, right, good. We've done that again. I think this is one of these stages that once you've done it once, it'd be quite easy. Because I'm going backward and forward quite slowly. If I was doing a screenshot here, people probably wouldn't be able to guess that they're aliens from the film Alien. And off we go again, exactly the same thing again. Aliens getting ever so gradually quicker. Eventually they'll be going super fast. Does seem like if you go off one side of the screen and come back the other, you do seem to be able to gain some time if they're right on your heels. Right, that's good. I would like to eat all 3 of these aliens to clear the screen, but not really happening. I'm dead again. So this second go is not as good as the previous go. I love the way that the pills are flashing on and off there. That's nice, rather than just staying as a solid block. Adds a bit of quality to the thing. Oh, oops, he's hot on my heels. Now, if I go out once, I should be able to gain some space. Oh no, he's thought better of it. Right, the Alien Queen doesn't make an appearance in this. It's just these drones, like a blue alien, a pink alien, and a yellow alien. Oh, well, get out of the way. Oh no, that's... Yes, that suddenly weren't getting so scared there. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. I say, I really enjoyed it as a Pac-Man clone. That was Alien on the Atari 2600, published by Fox Interactive or Fox Games in 1982, and based on the arcade cabinet Pac-Man from 1980 by NAMCO. Got any comments about this game, Aliens, or anything retro, then please put those below. You're always more than welcome. It's good to have a few comments there. If you've subscribed to the channel, a huge thank you. If you haven't already, please consider doing so because that helps a great deal. If you want to join in and get a shout out each month for any project you're doing or so forth, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit really does help. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.